Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 262. Bitcoin mining difficulty drops, Poloniex lists Binance, and the Fed teases the use of Ethereum-based interest rates. Now, if you're catching the stream live, welcome, and if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us, you can join us on the Discord. Links in the description. So is a link to the amazing articles I would cover here on this awesome stream. Happy Friday night, guys. I hope you're having a great time tonight. Bitcoin, we're seeing a little bit of indecision. We're creating some kind of bullish divergence, and we might try to get a rally at a key support level. We'll talk about that once we get into the technicals. But now, let's jump on to the news. Bitcoin Jack, thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you for being here. Yes, rockets to the moon, man, right? Rockets to the moon, man. There we go. So the first article comes from CoinDesk, and it talks about Bitcoin mining difficulty drops 9% to January levels. Now, at a block height, 633,024 reached at 12:30 UTC Thursday. The Bitcoin blockchain adjusted its mining difficulty to 13.7 trillion with a 9.29% drop and reached a lowest level since January of this year. Now, according to data compiled by CoinDesk Research, today saw an 8th largest native difficulty adjustment in Bitcoin's history and the 8th instance of 2 or more consecutive negative adjustments. Now, the Thursday adjustments also follows a 6% drop recorded in May 20, which was the network's first difficulty change after Bitcoin halving event. Now, remaining miners who have access to cheap electricity and more state-of-the-art equipment will see today's adjustments as good news, since the drop in mining difficulty means Bitcoin has become easier to mine. But even as difficulty drops, the hash rate, or total computer power, on the network has grown over the past weeks as miners started switching on newly shipped machines ahead of China's rainy season. Bitmain and MicroBT, the two major Chinese mining equipment makers, have been dispatching their most efficient ASIC miners like the Antminer S19 and the WhatsMiner M30S since May. So again, Bitcoin Jack, I know you mine a little bit. I'm not sure how good you're doing right now, especially with the difficulty drop, or if you're going to see any kind of benefit on your mining rig. I'm not sure how state-of-the-art is it, or how new it is, but again, I do know you like you once told me you did a little bit of mining. I hope you're being profitable with that and at least accumulating some Bitcoin on the side, right? Anyways, on to the next article. Cointelegraph, the Fed chair teases the use of Ethereum-based interest reference rates. Now, Bitcoin Jake saying, nah, no big chat, 256A6. All right. Anyways, in May 28th, a letter to Senator Tom Cotton, Jerome Powell, the chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve, described an interest reference rate based on Ethereum blockchain called Ameribor as effective as some, but not all. Ameribor is a tool from American Financial Exchange, AFX, that uses the Ethereum blockchain to track interbank lending by minting ERC 721 tokens for each repayment. Now, after a Banking House and Urban Affairs Committee hearing in February, the U.S. Senator Cotton sent questions over to Chairman Powell, and the Senator referenced Powell's mention in a move away from using LIBOR. Now, LIBOR is a London interbank rate for lending money, so that's the rate that you usually get charged. And I can't remember what it's at right now, but I used to when I was in one of the trading companies, we used to charge LIBOR plus 200 basis points, so LIBOR plus 2%. And LIBOR was around 8% back then. I'm not sure what's it at right now. I haven't looked at LIBOR rate. But the Fed also had its rates. I'm not sure why they're not going with their internal rates. Anyways, Cotton has also noted banks' desires for reference rate other than LIBOR alternatives, SOFR, which is a nocturnal interest rate between banking entities, and with the potential for credit sensitivity thrown into the mix. Is Ameribor appropriate for use? This was Cotton asking on the inquiry, right? Is Ameribor appropriate to use for institutions for whom it more accurately represents their cost of funding? Now, the Federal Reserve convened and supports that the work of the Alternative Reference Rates Committee, or the ARRC. Hey, Troy, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us, brother. How did your short play out, man? I'm curious because Bitcoin went down and you had a short open, and I talked about maybe going to 10K, and I haven't seen you since. We didn't go to 10K. We just kind of floated sideways, and then we just took a massive drop. But I hope your short played out, man. Anyways, the SOFR is a sound option outside of Libor, Powell said. Although the SOFR is not a panacea, Powell urged for a move to a rate other than LIBOR, depending on individual entities' needs. It's doing them good. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Thank you for keeping us up with that, man. You went to bed early last night. Awesome, man. Anyways, the AFX Ameribor takes into account a number of market dynamics, Powell noted, and the rate functions in line with parameters set by the International Organization of Securities Commission, or IOSCO. While it is fully appropriate rate for the banks that fund themselves through the American Financial Exchange or other similar institutions for whom Ameribor may reflect their costs of funding, it may not be a natural fit for many participants. So again, interesting that this could go on, right? Bitcoin Jake saying he's down 12% on his long entry. All right, we'll look at markets, right? We'll look at markets. I just have 2 more articles to go through, and we'll get to the markets again. We might be finding an area to bounce on Bitcoin, so we'll talk about that, right? CoinMarketCap introduced another algorithm update, right? Binance remains in top spot. This is also from Cointelegraph, and it just says that has introduced another algorithm following its acquisition deal with Binance, and from Binance, according to a CMC blog post published yesterday. Now, the data provider, which was purchased for an unspecified sum by Binance, so they're referring to CoinMarketCap, in early April, has started adjusting its ranking system soon after the deal took place. As a result, Binance has come on top of its exchange ranking, drawing criticism from the community and other trading platforms. And as you know, we now call CoinMarketCap here on this channel because it is just bullshit what they're doing, right? I mean, I don't agree with it. They are fixing the Binance. It's fixing it, or is rigging the system so they always come out on top. Anyways, in the last updates, CMC implemented a new algorithm to replace the previous default ranking of exchanges by web traffic factor, introduced earlier on May 14th. And according to the data aggregator, web traffic factor analyzes the user activity on trading platforms, including the number of page views, unique visitors, and the time spent on the site, search engine bounce rate, and search engine rankings. Now, the new algorithm has shifted from tracking web traffic to a more complex method that involves market rankings and the so-called confidence score, which, by the way, Binance always ranks top on confidence, right? Anyways, both of these metrics were introduced in earlier May 29th for the ranking of market pairs, and they now have been applied to platforms ranking for exchanges. And specifically, the market pair ranking considers the liquidity score, web traffic factor, and volume of each pairing, and is then scored by confidence indicator that reflects the level of confidence that CoinMarketCap has in its veracity of the reported volume of the market pair reported by the exchange. So again, if Binance is doing some wash trading, they're probably going to give themselves a good score and say, nah, man, all the data is legit. We're not doing anything nefarious here. Everything's cool, right? So again, it's one of those things that we have to be careful with. Anyways, the latest update is supposed to conclude the first phase of changes to the exchange ranking, and the users can expect a new ranking to be the staple for the next few months. Let's see how that works out, right? Last article also, Poloniex lists Binance coin following tensions over Steam. Now, Poloniex it's an exchange that was recently purchased by a consortium, including Tron founder Justin Sun. So again, another bullshit exchange. It's another exchange that's going to go down in potentially in flames. Justin Sun, as we know, managed to overtake Ethereum by doing some like nasty stuff that even got him in trouble with a lot of people, or got him in the sights of a lot of people in a negative way. And including Binance, right? Anyways, they launched Binance Coin and Binance on pairings on Poloniex. Now, as of June 6th, Binance and Binance US Dollar wallets are now live in the exchange with markets for the corresponding pairing stated to launch in post-only mode to ensure stability before full trading functionality rolls out. Now, the listing brings support for 6 new pairings with Binance Coin now tradable against Bitcoin, Tether, Tron, and Binance US Dollar. Surprised that they're trading against Tron, right? I mean, it is the Chinese mafia taking over the exchanges, right? Let's call it that. Anyways, Binance US Dollar also supported against USD Tether and Bitcoin. Now, Binance currently comprises the 8th ranked cryptocurrency by cap with 2.76 billion, while Binance US Dollar ranks as the 49th largest crypto by market cap. And Tether, as we know, is the 3rd, right? Anyways, the listing appears to indicate that it's business as usual between Binance and Justin Sun, despite the two camps failing to see eye to eye over the recent Steam fiasco, right? So again, both of these companies, right? One exchange owned by Changpeng, the other one owned by Justin Sun, and Justin Sun is a little like he gives me like how can I say this, man? Like when I look at his picture or look at stuff he does, it just gives me like a bad feeling on my gut, right? I get a bad gut feeling from whatever Justin Sun is doing, particularly after he was a little. How can I say this without making it sound so bad? He was a little biatch. I'll say that, right? He was a little biatch after like the Chinese were looking for him, and all of a sudden he couldn't go to his dinner with Warren Buffett, and all of a sudden he was like writing this apology. Oh, my superiors, my elders, I'm young and brash. I overmarketed, I overpromised, I underdelivered. I'm full of shit, you know, whatever, man. Justin Sun, I'm not gonna use Poloniex. A lot of people were trying to get me to go to Poloniex. Forget about it. I'm not gonna go use that exchange now that he's involved with it. I don't believe that what he does is legit. I do believe that he's a very shady person. So I'm not really into doing anything on Poloniex, right? That's fine. That's out there. They can come and offer me money, and I would still like send them packing. Anyways, let's go on to the technicals, right? I'm gonna play this very, very small intro here on the side. I'll just get everything set up here, and we'll talk technicals and see what's happening in the market. Stick with me for a second. Hey guys, I'm back. Thank you for sticking with me through that very small intro. Today is Friday. It's whiskey and crypto night, right? So again, enjoying a nice glass of whiskey and look at the market, see what's going to happen, right? Let's if you like what we do, you know what to do. You should hit that like, that button, that sub, right? Anyways, what was happening? We called bearish divergence way back on market cap. We moved down on that. So again, yesterday money flowing out of the cryptosphere 1.44%, approximately $3.93 billion. Today moving down 0.30, approximately $792 million. Again, that positive momentum dying out, neutral on that RSI at 56.09. Bitcoin, what's happening with Bitcoin dominance? Yesterday, Bitcoin lost dominance 0.31%. Today, losing 0.03%, sitting at 65.83% of market cap, and the price of Bitcoin at $9,583.01. Now, what happened, right? We rejected this major area, the 1618, right? So 161% retrace on this chart. Since then, we come down, hit that 20, try to get a bounce. Right now, we're not getting a very strong bounce. We might hit that 20 again. I'll see where we might go, right? On this other chart, we have a little bit different data, right? We managed to break below that 9,650, but not by much, and we're heading towards another support. I don't believe it's a support. I think it's my entry point. Yeah, 9,474. So we're heading towards that area. It has been acting as support before, right? We've managed to be above it for a while. It's not going to be a strong support, though. It's just an area that I found as an entry, and it could act a little bit of support, right? Again, we're below this area, so I'm waiting for this to move a little bit more. You're going to see fibs here. They're from a short time scale. I did a little bit of fibbing yesterday. Sitting neutral at 53.89 on that RSI. And then Bitcoin on this other chart, as you can see, we're managing to stay above that 9,565 area, which is good. We're using it as support. And this is an area where we could try and get a bounce. If we lose it, we have the 20 to look forward to, which could be good. And then if we get a bounce at the 20, we could be looking for higher prices. But let's take it a day at a time. That's how I've been working with Bitcoin lately, and it's been working out good. Now, my position's still open. I haven't closed it, right? Bitcoin, the RSI is sitting at 53.70, so neutral. Nothing happening on the daily oscillators that we could go look at. Again, we're still within this triangle again. We fell back into it and try to determine where we want to go. Now, back to this chart. Let's go to the 4-hour, right? So for this chart, I was doing this exercise. I went from this wick to the bottom of the wick, use it as the main area where I wanted to find areas for retrace. As you can tell, we hit that 50%, and we've been rejecting since, right? We took a bounce actually at the 236 apparently, yeah, 236 at 9,536. So again, giving us some good confirmation that we are using this as a good that the fibs are good, right? We actually hit them here as support as well. I'm trying to hold them, then we failed and broke down to the next level. So again, not too worried about the fibs that I drew here. I'm trying to find what's happening with the market. So low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on the RSI. I do believe we might, are we? Let's see. Low on that RSI at 45.31, 44.98. All right, very, very slight, right? So we're going slightly lower here as we are heading slightly higher on the higher low that we're making, right? So price is higher. Now that what that's telling me is that we are creating some kind of hidden bullish that could mean potential price action to the upside, right? Or stalling at this area. That being said, again, we would also have it on this chart. I'll just place it out there right now for us to look at. And in this chart, it's a little bit different, right? We're moving. In this chart, it looks like we might be moving sideways. 45.26, 45.14, so slightly less still. So yeah, slightly down sloping. So again, that's about it for Bitcoin on the 4 hours. So we're getting this indicator that we might get a bounce. We're getting tightness off the Bollinger Bands, which is good. We want to see that. It would mean that we could get an explosive move. Depends on how tight we get on those Bollinger Bands, and neutral on that RSI at 45.35. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. What is happening on the 1 hour chart, man? Were we creating divergence? Yes, on the half hour chart, right? We created divergence here. We managed to move down. And then we created a strong bearish divergence, and it's barely noticeable on this chart. So I'm gonna look for another chart, see if I can we can spot it a little bit better. On this chart, we don't have it, right? Look at that high. And look, this is a lower high, so we don't have it on this chart. Do we have it on this one? High and lower high. So we don't have it on this one, but on this chart that I look at, we do have it, right? Look at where we're at here, right? We're at 9,839. And here we're slightly higher at 9,842. So we're going from a high to a higher high, positive momentum to neutral, creating bearish divergence and breaking down. I'm not sure how strong the Gemini chart is compared to the other charts, because on all of the other charts, I believe we don't have this divergence. What was this opening? 9,835. What was this closing? 9,835.98. 9,800. Okay, so yeah, on this chart we also have it, right? We're going from a high to a slightly higher high on the 1 hour chart. I want to anchor stuff to the 1 hour. That way I don't have to mess around with this a lot, right? So, we created bearish divergence. We managed to move down on that, right? That's what I'm calling it at right now, right? Because we have it on 2 of the charts. We don't have it on 2 of the charts, but we have it on 2 of the charts that I believe we could have good volume on. And that's why I'm calling this out, right? So, again, bearish divergence. We would also have it against the RSI, right? Going lower. I'm not pinpointing it right now. I just want to demonstrate that we have it. Now, what's happening in the short term is interesting because I do believe we're creating bearish, bullish divergence, right? Going from a low to a lower low. Look at that, right? And we're coming in here. This is 20.53. This is 18.33, right? So low, lower low, negative momentum, less negative momentum, right? Low, lower low, negative momentum, less negative momentum. Low on the RSI, lower on the RSI. Sold at 35.04. And again, we're creating this strong bullish divergence now. Or if you don't want to call it strong bullish and you just want to say it's a sideways motion, it would be weak divergence, weak bullish divergence. But again, technically right now, it is strong bullish divergence. And we're looking for that potential movement to the upside. So again, Bitcoin long might not be doing that bad for too long, right? If this manages to play out, right? So again, and we're getting it near a area that we know represents support. We also have it here, right? We're getting it at 9,565, which is support, right? Look at that. We touched it here. Beautiful. From then on, we're trying to rally. Right now, getting some negative price action. But again, wait for this to develop a little bit more. We might get a rally. Maybe head for that 20 at 9,688 and then take it from there, right? That's it for Bitcoin. I'm going to move on to Ethereum and see what's happening there, right? What is happening with Troy? Have you tracked... Troy, were you one of the lucky guys that managed to get some DVT? I'm not sure if you're still with us, brother, but I'm curious. I can't remember if you were one of the ones that got DVT. And if you did, I hope it's performing good for you right now. I think, I can't remember what was the transfer price when I sent it to you guys. But I think it's up from that. So you're probably making a profit on that also, right? Small gain. Sorry, guys. There was a mosquito flying by. They already bit me a couple times today, and it sucks, dude. I get, like, mad itches when the mosquito bites me. Anyways, Ethereum moving up yesterday, 0.12%. Today, moving up 0.07%. Sitting at 9.97% of market cap. The price of Ethereum, $239.32. What's happening? Rejecting again yesterday for the third day since we managed to break up here. The 786. So again, moving down today. Everything being good. We had divergence, bearish, moving down again. Nothing there, man. A move into downside might get us around. And I caught it, and when I opened my hand, it just flew out. Might get us going to that 20, right? So again, that's it for this. Nothing to call here. Sold, sorry, bought at 60.64 on that RSI. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour, we had bearish divergence, right? We called it out again. Potential election to the downside. We managed to move down slightly since we rejected again. That 786, like I said, right now breaking below the 20, trying to reach it and rejecting it. So again, potential movement to the downside still coming in for Ethereum, sitting at 48.39 on that RSI. Let's go to the 1-hour. On the 1-hour, we created divergence to here, right? From here to here, we went higher, right? I mean, we do have these islands here that are valid data points. I don't want to ignore them, but I'll trace this on the RSI with confidence, right? Managing to go higher, coming in lower, creating strong bearish divergence, breaking down on that, right? Beautiful. Try to get up to the 20. We rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then we're looking for lower prices. Now, as we're going down, we're creating less negative momentum, right? Every time we're going lower. So you can tell low to lower low, right, on this 1-hour chart. And we're coming in from negative momentum to less negative momentum, creating some strong bullish divergence right now. However, a movement to downside would negate this very quickly. Now, this is at 0.33 negative. And these at 0.30 negative, so any movement to downside will generate this to be more negative momentum, and will negate whatever kind of bullish divergence we have. Just keep it in mind as you set up trades for Ethereum. RSI at 37.86, again being sold and with chances to come back to the neutral zone. That being said, that's it for Ethereum. Like I said, I want to move on to XRP. XRP dominance yesterday gained 0.80%. Today's gaining or losing 0.02%, sitting at 3.33% of market cap. I believe it's the same place as we were at yesterday. Where's XRP at, man? Oh no, it managed to lose the 20.339, right? We talked about that. Man, look, we're starting to get sandwiched between the 20 and that area right now, right? We hit the 20, we bounced, and we already hit that 23.39, and we're rejecting. How do I know that? Look at the high, 23.15, so very, very close to it. So again, just a couple of thousandths of a cent away, and that's it. So again, underperforming heavily, less positive momentum, very neutral at 49.82 on that RSI. Nothing to call on XRP. Let's go to the 4 hours. Bearish divergence, move down, tried rally, failed, move down again. Breaking below this area, rejecting 1, 2, 3, 4 times the 23.39. So again, not too good for XRP. Low, higher, low, negative, less negative, low on that RSI. Are we higher? No, I think we're slightly lower. So yeah, we can call this one. I'll give it to XRP, right? This is 40.88, and here it's 43.95. So 44.88, 43.95, right? We're coming in higher here and creating some hidden bullish divergence, potential selling at this area, or maybe price action to the upside. Still yet to be determined. Will it be enough to get us above that 23.39? I'm not sure yet, but we're getting tightness off the Bollinger Bands, which is good. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. What's happening on the 1 hour? We're creating a sort of symmetrical triangle, I believe. For some reason, I have this out here. We're starting to tighten, right? And I talked about this tightening. What happened? Try to break to the upside, fake breakout, and then we move back down. And again, we've seen this happen before. And we just said the triangle wasn't done forming, right? We could just go on here and say we're making a much larger pattern, and we could try to go for like a down sloping channel. But again, it is what it is. We don't have that anymore. Again, we had bullish divergence. We managed to pull up on that. From then on, did we manage to go higher? No, right? So let's look at this, right? High to low, right, on that price. And then low to high, right? And same here, right? Low to high on the RSI, creating some hidden bearish divergence. Price action to the downside, breaking down on that, breaking below that 23.39. Try to get above it, failing, and moving down again. Now, we're lower now, definitely, right? And this is just across the market. We have this sentiment of strong bullish divergence starting to develop. And here we don't have it on their side, right? 39.29 and then 38.44. So again, strong bullish divergence starting to develop. Let's see if we can manage to hold this. Now, this might be from another time frame. I'm just sending it back to the 4 hour, right? 4 hour, there we go. And 4 hour, there we go. Go home, there we go. Awesome, we're getting tighter on those Bollinger Bands. Bitcoin, I forgot to say something earlier on, and I noticed that, look at this, right? We're expanding on the Bollinger Bands. It's moving to a downside, got us squeezed within the Bollinger Bands, and the bearish divergence managed to break us down. And with that squeeze of the Bollinger Bands, volatility left the market, came back in with volume, and we just ended up moving to the downside with strength and rejecting that 20, right? That's it for XRP, though. Again, XRP sitting at 40.07 on the RSI, so very neutral. Let's move on to Litecoin. I'm not going to do Litecoin dominance. We'll just go straight into the Litecoin price. Yesterday, losing 1.43%. Today, losing 0.77%. Sitting at $46.40. Now, what is happening? Nothing on the daily, right? Neutral on the RSI at 53.34. Let's go to the 4 hour. Again, last thing we called was bullish. Hidden bullish. From then on, we rallied. We're starting to go low. Low, higher, low, negative. Do we have it here? We might. Yes, we do, right? Again, this is sentiment that we're getting across the market. This hidden bullish divergence. Will it be strong? Still yet to be determined, right? It's not going to be... I don't believe we're going to go with a lot of strength to the upside, but we could. We're losing the 20 right now. Again, neutral at 44.97 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, same thing, right? We were having this triangle. We saw the same movement that XRP did, so I'm just going to delete it. Again, it was a possibility. We were starting to squeeze within that range, and we had to break either way. We ended up breaking to the downside, let's say. Anyways, let's see. 8. So, okay, cool. So we can say we're moving sideways here, right? And I'll just anchor this to the 1 hour chart so we know it's here. And as you can tell, we're going lower. So we're creating a medium bearish divergence, right? Potential action to the upside, still yet to be determined. Now we don't have it on that RSI, sitting sold at 35.51. Let's go on to Binance. Binance yesterday, 0.95% to the upside. Today, 0.56% to the downside. We haven't gotten to the 20 again on the daily, sitting at $17.57, 58 cents. Flirting with that area. Neutral at 56.35 on that RSI. Let's go to the 4 hour. High, lower, high. Positive, less positive. Low, lower, low, right? So again, nothing there. Low to high. Low to high, low to high. We don't have that bearish divergence here. That hidden bullish, sorry. On Binance, neutral at 51.95 on the RSI. Let's go to the 1 hour. Did we manage? Yes, we did. Right, so from here we're going higher, right? And as you can tell, we're going from a high. Right, we can anchor from here. Don't matter. It's all one island. High to new high, right? So again, creating bearish divergence. Strong bearish divergence. And 68.49, 68.43, so slightly less. We would also have it here, just very, very slight, right? Slightly less, and going slightly higher here. So again, bearish divergence, moving to downside. Trying to hold the 20 a little bit better than Litecoin, but right now below it. Rejecting it once, 2, 3, 4 times. So again, not very good for Binance, rejecting that many times at 20. We want to get above that area now. Low, lower low, right? So low, higher low, negative momentum, more negative momentum. Again, here we're creating some hidden divergence for sure, right? Some hidden bullish on the 1 hour. Right? And on the RSI as well. So again, let's wait for this to keep on developing. I do believe Spotify ads are going to come in. Yeah, they are, man. I'm about getting the timing for when I'm doing the show, how many songs I go through. And I can almost always say, like, after your song is going to be ads. And yeah, they end up coming up, man. Anyways, what's happening with this? We're getting a bounce, so a potential bounce, right? That's it. Again, we're going to wait for this to develop a little bit more. Just wait to there right now. And I'm going to go look at DVT. If you guys want to look at any particular asset, crypto or non-crypto, let me know in the chat, and we'll definitely look at it, guys. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Hit that like button, that sub, right? And as I do that, or as you do that, I'll definitely go here and look at DVT and figure out what's happening. Today I didn't get a chance to set up the indicators like I did yesterday, so sorry about that, right? Bollinger Bands, let's get the Trollinger Bands out. That's Eric calls them from Crown's Crypto Cave, Eric Crown. Let's also throw the Mac D out there, right? Mickey D. There we go. And let's get the RC, right? The RSI out there. Now let me just real quick here what's happening with this oscillator. So let's put this in green so we can look at them properly. Let's get this here in yellow, and let's go okay. And here we could also do a little bit of adjustment, right? Try to make it a little bit prettier for our eyes, and so we don't have to be squinting and making weird funny faces at the PC. There we go. Again, getting slight expansion on the Bollinger Bands. Remember how I told you guys yesterday? They do have a trading contest going on right now on South Exchange on GravyX for the anniversary of DVT. So with that, I told them, like, you need to get volume in here, otherwise it makes no sense to trade. I ended up shifting my position to the upside. You might be able to see it there at 5.9. I had it at 5.5. I managed to shift it up, believing I was going to be able to trigger. It hasn't triggered yet, but again, the volume's really not there still, right? The spread, we have a better spread right now. It was a little bit too tight a couple minutes ago. It was like from 6.8 to 6.4. So it was very, very tight. Or sorry, 6.3 to 6.6. Right now it's opened up a little bit more from 6.2 to 6.7, but I don't think it's enough to really cover the exchange fees. So really there needs to be a lot more volume coming in here. Now, let's look at this. High. Okay, so we created divergence here, right? So look at this. High to a higher high on the 1 hour, right? Going from positive to there we go, right? So positive momentum to less positive momentum as we're going higher on the price, creating bearish divergence. We move down on that, but again, it's such a small cap project. That's not a bad thing. It's such a small cap project that is really not taking off strongly as it should, right? That's why the movements are so subdued, right? They just stopped at 6.2 on bearish divergence. Now, do we have it here? No, here we did manage to go slightly higher on the RSI. Right now we're sitting neutral at 46.02. Now let's go on to the 4-hour chart. It's taking a little bit to load. I think I might have been signed out of the exchange. Yeah, no. All right, cool. Also, if you're not doing it, right, this South Exchange has a faucet where you can go claim DVT. Every 3 hours, you can claim 25 DVT for free. And they're making it rain on the chat a lot. So, right now, I'm going to try to claim. I'm not going to be able to. I do believe I claimed earlier on. And it's going to tell me I got to wait still. So, it kind of sucks they don't really get you a timer so you know when you can claim. You just got to gauge it and see where you go from there. Anyways, what's happening here? High, low, positive, less positive. High on the RSI, lower on the RSI. Low, high, negative, less negative. Low on the RSI, higher on the RSI as well. Nothing on the 4 hour, right? Let's go to the daily. And the only thing I have on the daily, and it's this, right, that we're going higher, we're going slightly lower, we're creating bearish divergence, and from then on, we managed to go nuts, right? We broke down. Troy, if you're still with us, man, you might have missed this on DVT, bro. It went from an insane hike, and if you had your 25,000 DVTs, you could have made some nice trades here. I did take advantage of that. I showed you guys on here, right, past orders. I ended up selling at 14, rebuying at 9, so increasing my position on DVT. And also taking some profit. Well, I took profit and then increased my position, right? Which is good. I do believe in the project. I do believe in it long term right now, so that's the good thing. Again, bearish divergence, right? And from here to here on the short time scale on the daily, we just have bearish divergence as well, right? So strong bearish divergence moving to the downside. That being said, Bitcoin Jake is telling us that Bitcoin is at 9,600. Let's go. Let's go see 9,607, right? We were calling for bullish divergence, remember? We said we could go up. We have a couple of areas where we could go, right? Again, we're getting a nice bounce here at 9,565, which is good. Why do I not have these divergence trace here on this one? Sorry, guys. I'll just trace it here as well. I just want to keep track of what I have, right? So we had some strong bullish divergence happening. So again, moving to the upside would potentially have us hit that 9,650. And then we would have the 20 to look forward to at 9,692. After that, we would have the 618, or the 50%, I believe it is. No, the 382. 382 at 9,707. This is on shorter fibs that I drew from here to here. And again, like I told you guys, right? You could, this is from this top here all the way to this bottom. And you could go here as the top. Again, I don't like it that much going that short because we're ignoring data up here. And this is technically the previous high. So I had a low on the wicks, using the wicks. We're getting this rejection at the 50, which is good. And right now we could be facing that 382, right? So again, we've made a valid retrace, right? From the low, We've already gotten above that 236 at 9,535. So we could be done with retracing and we could start pulling back down again. I mean, it's a possibility. Right now, I'd like to see Bitcoin try to get another go at 10K. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. Again, guys, if you like what we do, follow us on Twitter. It's going to go out right now. You can join me there as well. Something's coming out here on Bot Fun. Someone just made it rain. So, yeah, someone made it rain. I got 10 more DVT. That's pretty cool. With all that going on, let's see what else. Spock made it rain like 100,000 DVTs. So everyone got a good chunk of DVT for just being there. So again, like I said, it's a pretty awesome community, right? Anyways, let's see what else we can do here, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at gold and silver. I mean, there's no requests coming up, so I'm gonna go look at gold and silver real quick. I'm just curious how they closed. Silver still below that 786, right? At 17.96. So yeah, we knew we could do that. We're probably gonna head for the 20. I think we talked about that yesterday. Gold moving down below 100%. We also talked about that yesterday. We went up yesterday, hit that 20. And we rejected, so we're moving to lower prices, right? So low, lower, low, right? Low, lower, low, negative, more negative. From here to here, do we have something? No, I believe we're making the same negative momentum. So low, lower, low, negative momentum, same negative momentum. We're just going equal right now. On the RSI, we would have divergence. No, we don't, because we're expanding on the bottom part. Again, that's it for gold, man. Let's go look at the markets. How did they close? S&P 500, what did it do? It climbed a little bit more. Again, markets, I do believe they're being artificially kept afloat. So this could come down crashing nasty, like very, very nasty. Nikkei, bearish divergence, that's the last thing we called. We're still there. Sorry, it was up 167 points. Toronto up 326 points. Again, we're getting this massive jump. Look, we were up here, right? We got pullback, so that's fine. Again, nothing here. We're just getting to overbought at 70, right? So London down 198 points. This looks a little bit more realistic, to be honest. Let's go look at the Dow. The Dow at 27,000 points. Look at that massive, massive jump it took. Again, we still have. Do we still have this? Yes. I mean, we could take this all the way back here, right? It's all one island. And we go all the way back here to all the way down here, and we still have bearish divergence developing. Again, overbought at 74.04 on the RSI. I do believe this is artificially being kept afloat, guys. Again. It cannot be recovering that well after the crisis that we had, economy being stalled, a lot of companies filing for bankruptcy, the unemployment levels, everything going on within the country, the protests, etc. I don't believe we have enough stability to be warranting these movements to the upside, right? US 30, what's happening? Again, we're also getting these moves. We haven't looked at the US 30 in a while, but again, bearish divergence, right? Overbought also. I'm not even going to look at oil today. It probably also went up slightly more. Yeah, so again, all markets are going up on the U.S., right? So someone wants to win a new presidential election by saying the markets are doing good. And I mean, I'm not saying they're doing it, but they could be inflating the markets. Everything's looking fine. And even though we had all this crazy stuff happening, the markets are healthy. And as soon as like Trump wins the election again, maybe the markets are going to magically crash, right? On a rebound from COVID, whenever it happens again in October, November, whenever we get like the second wave coming in, markets are probably going to take another movement to the downside. Right now, I do believe, like I said, they're being artificially kept afloat. With that out of the way, let's look at other coins. Who else is performing good, man? I'm not looking at anyone else. If you guys want to look at something else, let me know in the chat. I mean, it's still early. It's 7:42. Sorry, I wanted to pop out Twitter, make sure my message went out. I do think I did send it out. Yeah, I got notifications already. So, Bitcoin Jack, thank you for retweeting, man. Yeah, it really means a lot when you guys retweet and help us get a little bit more people to tune in to the channel. Maybe someone might like it and they might subscribe, right? Again, you guys are awesome for being here, man. You guys are the bomb, man. The bomb diggity. We're sitting at 227 subs, dude. That's pretty tight. I wish I could get more turn up to the stream, though. I guess people are a little bit worried with crypto. I'm not sure how many people are tuning in, but yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for letting me know that. It really means a lot. I try to keep it tight. Some people have told me that the show is too long. I mean, it's a live stream, and I try to address questions also as they come up on the chat. Post more in random Discord. Maybe, man. Maybe I could start posting in other Discords. Look, some people say that the show's too long, that I should just do it, like, do a new segment and then do the technicals. I don't want to do 2 streams. I don't want to have to be editing videos so I can upload them. I just rather do them here live, and that's it, right? Bitcoin Jake used to post in 20 Discords. Damn, dude, that's a lot. 1 hour not bad. Yeah, sometimes we go a little bit over an hour, though, right? Sometimes we do go like an hour and a half. It's weird, though. I think the longest stream ever in this channel is like 3 hours long, dude. I was way back in the beginning. There used to be this guy that used to come in, Sean Christian. And, you know, it used to be insane, man. Anyways, I might do what you do, man. You upload raw? Yeah, I might do that, man. I'm trying to get that. By the way, someone was asking me. I think it was Okan from the Discord, from the DVT. He wanted to do something like this for the app for DVT. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to actually sit down and do it. I do believe it's pretty tight. I'm just gonna lower the volume here. You want me to do something like this? I can do it. I can get this. Again, it's not that hard. I just need the screen caps, and I can get you guys that done real quick. So, you know, just whatever you guys want to show. I just need the center image, right? And for the wallet, I think they want to do it for the wallet, but you don't have an iOS wallet. So it's going to look really weird if this for iOS, right? So it's a phone presentation. I do believe it's for Apple phone that's being shown in the models. So maybe not, or maybe they don't have a Samsung variant. So it's going to look really weird that I do this on an Apple phone, but you don't have an Apple app. So, you know, we got to figure out how we're going to do that. Or I had to find one that showcases a Samsung phone. I'm not sure how good the animations are going to be, though. Anyways, that being said, Bitcoin Jack's long is now positive. Awesome. Where's it at, dude? It's seeing different exchanges. I can get different data. Here we're looking flat and starting to move down. On this other exchange, we're starting to look flat now. Again, let's hold that 9,565. That's gonna be key. If we lose that, I'm not too confident on what Bitcoin might do, man. I will start to get a little bit worried now if we lose that area. So, like I said, I haven't closed my position yet. I still have it open at whatever I told you guys it was right here at 9,474. I could have taken profit up here. I should have taken profit up here, or up here, right? Again, this was a surprise move. Just one of those things that happens and then cancels themselves. So with that being said, I'll move this out of the way. There we go. Bitcoin Jake's a perma bull. Alright, so you're like a bull that gets perms done, right? So you're like, you get like a curly hair bull, man. Yeah, it just dropped negative again. Yeah, dude, it's flirting with with this area, right? It should have been positive. It should be positive again, dude. It's starting to go up, 9,608. So you're probably making it positive on your long right now. Sorry, I just want to do something here real quick. I'm just not sure where this is gonna open. There we go. This is what I think when someone tells me they are a perma bull. I'll show you in a second. Like this is the image that goes into my mind. A bull with a perm. Right? A perma bull. Your entry was at 9,620. Alright, so you're still a little bit negative, I guess. Right? This is Scottish long hair cow, by the way. But they do look pretty cool, man. And they're cows that have very, very long hair. That's what I imagine when someone says I'm a perma bull. Like, right? Like a bull with like a perm or some kind of hairdo. rather be a bull than a bear without Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, bro. I'm just messing around, though. My position is also bullish over the long term. I do believe Bitcoin is going to have a more use case as, or not just Bitcoin, crypto in general, as societies tend to move towards more digital assets, right? Especially with CBDCs, right? Central banks, the digital currencies. We could be seeing this turn into more digital assets, more blockchain, and it's going to give these markets more value. And in the long term, it should be coming into something that where we could maybe say, yeah, this is going to go insanely high, right? Again, it does have a lot of potential long term. It's still a very young market, and look at where it's at, right? It's outperformed gold in its 10-year existence. It's outperformed a lot of the markets in its 10-year existence. Right, so 11-year existence, or however old now it's Bitcoin, right? But again, it's a good market. And hey, by the way, Bitcoin Jake, I haven't asked you, how's your JavaScript programming coming along, bro? And I'm not sure if we lost Troy, dude. All of a sudden he was here, and then I addressed him a couple times. He probably like went offline or something. He said yesterday he called it earlier, and he called it early night. So I'm not sure if he's still with us, but thanks, Troy, for joining us earlier on and saying hi. You understand why people hate JavaScript now? Why you're starting to get a lot of errors, or you're starting to get your a lot of stuff like go wrong. Let me know, man. Interested though. Interested to know how that's going out for you. By the way, I found headphones, and I can now try to do my interview with D, man. I found these old Apple headphones, and they have a regular headphone jack. I was just going through an old drawer, and now I can go ahead and do my interview. I just tested them out today, and they do work. So, yay, man. I can tell D that we can do the interview maybe next week. And I already have the format ready. I just need to fill in some information for his end, I guess. All right, this is how we're going to do our interviews, man. All right, they're going to look really tight. I should also do something like this for market, man. I'm just realizing this looks really cool for market. I'm not sure if my picture should that big, though. I'm not sure how well you can see the market there. You're not seeing 100% of my screen there, so I would have to fit it to there. But again, it looks pretty cool, right? Discord General show. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, man. I will. I like how this looks, man. I mean, you cannot see the RSI, etc. I would have to fit it to the screen, but it looks pretty tight, man. I do believe I could do something like this for the technicals, or the news, you know, or something, man. I do like this view for sure, a lot more than I like the traditional view, right? It my Reddit post. What? It your Reddit post? I didn't get that. Was it a typo? Or it may Reddit post? I'm not sure, bro. Either you missed the letter, or something went off there with the typing. I think I'm gonna. It's your Reddit post. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna call it night for tonight. Thank you for being here, Bitcoin Jag, and chatting up. I think that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. 8 more minutes till market close. Again, I'm calling for bullish divergence right now. I'm waiting for price action to the upside, potentially hitting a resistance at 9,650. That's it for now, though. Again, gotta wait for the markets to keep on playing. I'm not sure if the week is gonna be slow. Sorry, not the week. The weekend is gonna be slow or active. But you know, right now with Bitcoin, it's taking a day at a time. We're facing uncertain times right now. What? Oh, didn't want to show hashtag delete Coinbase. What? I didn't get that. Oh, you sent me something. All right, bro. Sorry about that. Discord General. Show that. All right, cool. So Discord General. Okay, the State of Crypto Discord General. Alrighty, bro. Sorry, man. I wasn't sure what you wanted me to do. Now I got it. Bitcoin Jake saying delete Coinbase is trending again. Okay, cool. So delete Coinbase is trending again. This is Reddit from Bitcoin Jake. I hope you guys can see it on the stream. When you told me like Discord General, I thought you were telling me to post whenever I was gonna have the interview with D there. So yeah, we'll do that. So I'm guessing these are red posts to articles that are saying delete Coinbase for some reason. But if you delete Coinbase, where are you gonna go? The images aren't showing. Yeah, man, the images aren't showing. Maybe because I'm opening them here on like crappy Explorer or Edge or whatever it is that Microsoft now uses. Let me open it up here on another window in Chrome and see if it works there, right? Now here we go, man. All right, it was just Edge or whatever it is, you know. I never changed my default browser, so you know, I just usually goes to Edge, and I really don't care much to change it, to be honest. I usually open my browsers when I need them, and if something goes to Edge, that's fine. I mean, I'll just switch it, but I rarely click on links that take me elsewhere. Delete Coinbase trading. Okay, cool. So Charles, 0.01 Bitcoin or $109 transfer from Coinbase to unknown wallet. I'm not sure why that matters though. It's a little bit of money, right? 0.10 Bitcoin transfer from Bitcoin to unknown. Okay, it's probably people withdrawing $109. I'm not sure. This is the first picture. This is the second picture. Bitcoin Jake saying, all right, cool. So, alrighty. And then $800 got moved from Coinbase to an unknown wallet. All right. Delete Coinbase. Hashtag delete Coinbase. I don't use Coinbase. I do have some stuff there, but I don't use it for trading. Darren bet with the government. Yeah, dude, I heard that, right? There's an article coming out with that's saying that Coinbase is going to be potentially trying to sell software to the government so they can track crypto movements. I just didn't get a chance to jump into the article prior to the stream starting. That's why I didn't cover it tonight. But I do know what you're talking about. So I should have talked about that maybe at some point in time during the news segment. It was just I really didn't know. I hadn't read it in detail, and I really want to look at stuff when I talk about this, right? But yeah, I do believe that article's out here on the Cointelegraph. If it's not there, it was somewhere. I read it somewhere, right? That Coinbase was trying to sell software to the government. It was probably on Twitter. Software to the government so they could track crypto payments and crypto movements or something like that. Now, they can do it probably. They have the database of their users, and that's probably what they'll sell at first. From then on, how much other stuff can be tracked, it'll just depend on how many other exchanges want to participate. And that's why KYC data, or having exchanges that have KYC data, kind of fits the purpose of crypto and the anonymity that comes with it. But again, it does go on to regulate the markets, and it makes us so that people are not doing scam ICOs and people getting scammed. So if we want this space to be regulated, that means governments have to come in and play in it. They cannot just be government absent and be widely accepted. You're looking into BTM's Bitcoin at the moment. All right, maybe, man. I mean, in the end, some of the ATMs have cameras in them, right? So I'm not sure, bro. Again, government tracking. You know, the government's not gonna give out power easily. So if you try to come in and say, look, no one's going to use dollars, we're all going to use Bitcoin, either they're going to fight it to the death because they'll be losing their power, right, if they cannot control the people, or you're going to have the government come and buy a lot of Bitcoin and be holding it and know who's selling it. Troy, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us. Again, yeah, I talked to you a couple of times. I think you were absent, but I was telling you that DVT was going up, so you're probably doing a little bit better on your DVT. And there's also, I'm not sure if you're in South Exchange, but that's one of the exchanges where DVT is trading. You can claim free DVT on the faucet, 25 DVTs every 3 hours. It's not a lot, but you know, every 12 hours you get 100 DVT. That's not that bad. At least it will cover the exchange fees for transferring in and out of the exchange, probably. And there's a trading contest going on here, right? DVT is turning a year old. We covered that yesterday, and they have a couple things going on. If you post memes, you don't even know how to sell from the app. So you got the wallet then, the app wallet. Yeah, you have to send it to the exchange. You can ask on the forums, someone will tell you. And then on the forums, they're giving out rain constantly. So a lot of rain has come down. Someone sent out like, I think it was Spock. He sent out like 100,000 DBT on rain. It was like 4,000 DBTs. So again, there's ways to add DBT for free. You can also send it to your wallet, or I mean, the good thing is if you keep it in your wallet, you get cool rewards, right? For unspent money on 30 days. So you have to keep it unmoved 30 days, and you're gonna get 1% per month. So you're gonna increase in value whether or not the price increases. Now, if you have it in the exchange right now and you trade with it, you could be participating to earn a lot more DBT on the prices they're going to give out in a month, and it's just by trading DBT on, I think it was GravyX and South Exchange. Those are the only exchanges that are participating right now for the challenge, or for the quest for more DBT, right? Anyways, I just wanted to point that out to you because I know you were one of the receivers of DBT. So if you want to do something with that, I mean, 25,000 DBT. We'll ask the bot real quick. What's the price of 25,000 DBT, right? So the bot is saying that 25,000 DBT is approximately worth 14 bucks. So whatever I sent you, whenever I sent you that, it was worth 12 bucks and 50 cents. Right now it's worth almost 15 bucks. And I do have 16,000 DBTs here, so that's not a lot. But, you know, it's just stuff that has landed to me free just for sitting here on the Discord exchange. Or in the Discord, sorry, and, you know, sitting there and exchanging comments and, you know, tips that come, tips that go. Rain challenging the bot every now and then, but that's fine, right? Bitcoin JX Long has been turning positive again. 5%, $7.5 profit so far. Awesome, bro. You're killing it. All right, see how we managed to pull back up again on the bullish divergence. Right now, we're trying to get some resistance, try to move down. Again, this might be turned around and again, head for that 9,650, right? We've been live for an hour now. So, yeah, and we were